Hello, my loves. Never allow anyone to control your emotional well being. Never allow anyone to determine how you feel. And you unconsciously do this when you are in relationships and you have these expectations of your partner. And in your mind, you are saying, as soon as they do something that I don't like, I am going to feel this way. So you are giving them so much control because when you have expectations, there is an emotional meter. There is an emotional thermometer that is going off. As soon as they do something out of line, outside of my expectations, then I am going to feel this way. And they are going to control how I feel for that moment. So as soon as your partner come in the house 5 minutes later than what you think, they should be coming to the house at a certain time. And if it's 5 minutes outside of that time frame that you determine in your mind, then you are going to go off. Whenever you put an expectation on someone, you devalue yourself. You don't have to use an expectation as a reason to defend what somebody else is supposed to be already doing and knowing as a standard for you. When you have to create an expectation, that means that you already know that this person cannot meet that expectation. So then your emotions are connected to this person. Your value and your worth is connected to this person, depending on what they choose to do. It gives you that emotional fulfillment, that emotional validation that, oh, yeah, I knew that he would do that. I knew that he loved me. Oh, I knew that she would do that. I knew that she loved me. Oh, yeah, I knew that they would do that. I knew that they loved me. You think about that. But do they really? Do they really? Do they even know what love is? And if somebody gets home later than what you think in your mind, do that mean that they don't love you? So you don't know, but you give your emotional well-being to your partner. And that takes away your power. You no longer have power when you have expectations, because what your partner do, what they do, will determine how you feel. So how can you stand in your power? How can you avoid putting yourself in situations where your partner or someone else has control over how you feel? Well, get out of the victim mentality and step into self-awareness and self-reflection. So if anyone, can be your partner or a friend, colleague, if someone says something to trigger you, instead of responding in that trigger, go into your soul and dig a little bit deeper and say, what is this feeling that I'm feeling? What did they say to ignite this feeling in me? So always pause. Never be responsive so quickly to people. Just pause and say, you know what? Hold on. Let me go back. I'll come back and I'll get back to you. And just go back, sit somewhere and ask yourself, where is this coming from? Why did that trigger me? And it could be bottled up in emotional abuse, emotional distress, PTSD from a past relationship. It could have came from anywhere, but it's your responsibility to go in there and find out, what is this in my soul, baby? What is this that's causing me to feel this pain from what this person said to me? Why is it that I'm feeling this way? Okay, well, it's something that I went through in my childhood. It's something that made me feel like I was unworthy. It's something that they said that I didn't do, but they didn't validate what I did. And that happened to me in my childhood. that made me feel unworthy because I tried so hard to be seen and I just didn't get that validation. And now somebody said that I didn't do something and it brought up those unworthy feelings in me. But I know that I'm worthy. I know that I am a child of God. I know that I have done everything that I can possibly do. And I have a list of things that I do good, and there's a list of things that I can improve on. And that person mentioned something that I could improve on. But it's not up to that person or anybody to validate you and what you are doing good. That's something that you have to check with yourself and say, baby girl, you doing good. You came a long way. Look at all this stuff that you're doing. You can cheer yourself up. You can validate yourself. But you don't need nobody else to do that. So as you check with yourself, that's how you heal yourself. You go in deep and you unravel some things, pull back some things and say, where is this coming from? And then you find out where and why you felt that way. Yeah, I got it. And then you remind yourself that you are a child of God, that you are not perfect, but you have come a very long way. And that's where your smile comes from. See, you have to know how to feel yourself. You have to know how to refuel yourself and how to fill up your own cup. But don't give that responsibility to anybody else, because they will fail you every time. You have to remind yourself that God is your protector. God is your security. God gives unconditional love. God is your home base. He is your secure base. You can always depend on him. In Psalms 118:8, it says, take refuge in the Lord and don't trust in humans. See, people change their minds. They change their likes, their dislikes. And you can't hang on to what people say to you. So when you are able to go back and sit with yourself and unravel, like, why did I get triggered? Then you can go back to that person and respond in a more emotionally mature way. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I'll go take care of it. Instead of giving them that response from your unhealed self saying, did you see what I've done? Did you see what I did? Why are you focusing so much on what I didn't do? So as you list all these expectations on your partner or anybody else in your life, just think about, if they don't do what you want them to do, is that really going to determine your worth? Is that really going to determine their love for you? People's love for you is sometimes dependent on your love for yourself. So most of the time you need to check in with you, but don't allow anybody else to have control over how you feel.